watering tool that's going to help make sure your plants aren't waterlogged and that they get better results. So this comes from the Grouchy Gardener, and the Grouchy Gardener's son, Joe Smith, he joins us this morning to tell us all about it.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm well, Joe. How are you?
I'm great, thank you very much.
Okay, so I think the word is out. I'm not the best gardener, so I love anything that's going to help me out.
Well, this will make your life easier
and
hopefully keep your plants alive as well, which is very important. Now, this is what we call a Plantwell watering system, and it's an underground waterer. So you put this in your planter or your hanging basket. You just pop it in like you can see here into a hanging basket itself. You water by this little spout, this little hole, and if you see these little holes going down, the water will actually just come out of them. It will seep out, and it will keep your plant nice and happy. It'll keep the inside of your hanging baskets, inside your planters, all nice and moist, and so they don't dry out. So that's what it's really good for.
And you're going to receive a set of 6.
Exactly.
And so under $20, it's a great solution for making sure that your plants are fed well.
Yeah.
So, all right, so kind of show me how we get everything all set up and going.
My father's problem was these hanging baskets, when we do get sun in England, which is very rare, they kept drying out. You take the soil out of the ground, and he'd pour his water into a hanging basket, and it'd go everywhere, like you can see, and you get wet feet.
Don't stand under it, because it's going to leak.
Or you look like you wet yourself, and the water doesn't penetrate properly, it doesn't go through, and unfortunately, no matter how much you try, you water 2 times a day, and your hanging baskets start to wilt. And we came up with a simple solution here. We've got another basket, we've got a little plant well, if you see here, and all you've actually just got to do is just water in and down there, and you'll see the water will just go into the centre of the basket. It'll come out, and it'll keep your plants nice and happy, keep the roots deep into the basket, under the soil, nice and happy.
So the water is staying in the basket.
Exactly.
Instead of being wasted and spilling out or dripping down. So that way your hanging baskets get just what they need.
Yep.
They keep their moisture. And so when it comes time to actually plant and install, how do we put this in?
Well, all you do is you've got your hanging basket or a planter, and as you put a little bit of soil in, you'll put this in next to it. And then you just plant around it itself. And it's brilliant if you want to get blossom booster or fertilizer or anything down to the centre of the roots itself. And I can show you here how it works really. Now we've got a plant well in like a half a hanging basket we've made here, and you just put the plant well the water down it, and you'll see eventually, I mean it's a lot quicker because it's compost on the other side, and it starts to come out, and you see, bang, it just keeps it nice, happy, moist, and it keeps the roots down by the bottom of the basket.
Right, they're not coming up trying to find something to drink.
Yeah, we were talking about this before.
We're bringing the water to them.
Yeah, the plants are like teenagers. They never behave, and they always do the wrong thing, and we need to be able to keep the roots down at the bottom so they don't go to the top, so they don't become weak, and they don't become more susceptible to disease.
So what are we seeing here, Joe?
Well, we've got our animation here, and if you see like the bottom half of the basket, it's still dry. It's still dry. So we pop our plant well in, as you can see there. You pour some water down or some fertilizer. You invigorate the roots. The roots are really happy. The basket's all moist. And you'll get nice big blooms. And for 6 of these to go in your hanging baskets, your pot plants, even your indoor plants, it's a brilliant little time saver, a brilliant little waterer. And if you're going away for a long weekend, you can pop these in and water through them, and they won't dry out over the weekend as well.
So this is kind of a great indicator, because I'm always wondering, did I give them enough? Is it too much? I mean, I would assume just when I don't see any water in it, fill it up again.
No, these take up to half a litre at a time.
Okay.
So you just pour it in, just pour them into them once and go from there. And as I said, you've got your fertiliser as well. And if you can see here, we've got a nice little house plant. It's just we've bedded it down. It's just starting to go along. And it's just down there, just by my hands. And all you've got to do is put your fertiliser right down to the centre, and away it goes.
So giving it its nutrients?
Exactly.
And getting them to where they need to go the most. So it's not sitting on top, getting down to the roots.
Exactly.
You receive 6 of the Plantwell watering tools for under $20. Remember, if you have a Q card, you could break that into 5 easy payments of around $4 a month if you so choose on your Q card. M49811 is your item number. And this comes from the Grouchy Gardener. Why does your dad call
It's a Grouchy Gardener because my father is a professional landscaper, and he brings out, now he's coming to his end of his retirement, well, his retirement, I won't say end of life, his retirement. He's bringing products to people that he's used, and these are used by professional gardeners. And I'll show you once again, if I hit the hanging basket, and as we do, we water it, and this is what really annoyed him. The water just goes absolutely everywhere
else.
So So your hanging basket, we're bedding them down, we're putting everything in, and all we've got to do is just plant and just water down there. Keep them nice and good, nice and happy.
And so the water stays in the basket. It's not spilling out and dripping, dripping, dripping.
In the basket, very happy, directly to the roots. And once you're done for the season as well, you can take them out, pull them apart,
and clean
wipe them down, and you can go again. So it's great value.
Well, this I think is such a great solution. If you're not quite sure, am I watering enough? Am I watering too much? This is going to be that indicator for you, and it keeps the hanging basket water in the basket.
Yes.
Great idea. Thank you so much, Joe.
Cheers.
Same to you. All right, well, today it's all about loving your garden. We're going to be sharing expert tips with you. Here's Philip Watson with another one.
Hi, I'm going to talk to you about